Indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Hold, outsider. You may be of my kind, but you are not DALISH. Why are you here? Flat ears like yourself act little different from your Shemlin masters. I ask again, why are you here? Why? Yes, you do. Either explain your presence or go. Then the arrows currently trained on you will fire and you will quickly be dead. The DALISH are excellent archers. You might wish to reconsider. And we don't react well to outsiders. I would die to protect my clan, though it need not come to that. I hope. And what business is that? I do not appreciate your tone. I will, however, take you to the Keeper and let him decide for himself. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
I see we have guests.
Lovely. It's a whole colony.
Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
I understand, but this one claims to have important business with our people.
I see. Tell me, stranger, what business could you possibly have with us? We have our own issues we must deal with, as you can see. That is your business? To threaten us? Answer the question, or you'll quickly find out exactly how hollow your threats are. A Grey Warden, then. I suspected as much. You might have simply said so to begin with. Masiranis, Mithra. You may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are? I see. Be mysterious, then, if that is your desire. If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not. I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry. Wait, perhaps you may be able to help us. Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan. From whom? The Children of the Stone? The Shemlin? Do you truly think they have time to spare for us? There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left. We would assist with the blight, of course, and you would have our gratitude. A reward, is it? Very well. We have very little of the coin your people use, but we do craft items they find valuable. Return with the heart, and I will give you something extra that I'm sure you will have no trouble selling. Good enough? I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck. Then I suggest you see Master Varathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use. Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sarel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily. Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest. There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it. No. The ones from this forest, however, do. It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten. You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal. That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sarel about it if you wish. Go on, then. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two? No, I thought you might indulge my curiosity for a moment. I apologize. I did not mean to offend. Is there something that I can help with? Many of my clan might not welcome an outsider's questions, but I have no trouble with it. I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the DALISH at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from. My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years. Oh, there were many times I wished I were dead. I would cry myself to sleep wishing these men would let me die and join my parents at last. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more. The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there, and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since. It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with the man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am Keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however. A Keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a Keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other. I am not a Keeper. I am Zathrian's first, though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood. No, Zathrian told me that time would take away their prejudices, and it did. They became used to me. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future. They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless. That's true, and you're not even a human, so it's doubly unfair. But fairness does not play into such feelings. No outsider has ever been good for us. Perhaps this may change one day, but I believe the humans would have to take the first steps, if they are capable. It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then, and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed Arlathan. Our ancestors were enslaved, and our culture lost forever. Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank Arlathan into the ground, crushing it beneath the rock. The Tevinter Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though Arlathan fought, they lost. They died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say. In time, and with seclusion, we Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us. Yes, after a millennium of slavery, our people were freed by Andraste, the human's prophet who spawned the Chantry. We worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her, or her god. One wonders why we weren't more prepared when the humans conquered our second homeland. We will be more cautious if we ever have a third. That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of Arlathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles to the Dales, eager to start their lives anew. They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales and made it their own. And one day it was taken from us too, and you wonder why we are hostile. It requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your own task to help our clan is certainly a step in the right direction. Certainly. Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them. He lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific. As you wish. Darth Shirel.
Yes? What is it you need? Have you news? And what did she have to say? That's true. Hundreds of years, if you must know. Slowly, the DALISH will all know once again the agelessness of the elves. For now, only a few of us have regained that ability, but I cannot say any more on that. I trust your curiosity is sated? I would rather not speak of it. It is very painful for me, even now after so long. The werewolves were responsible. That is all you need to know, and should adequately explain my hatred of them, no? Let us leave it at that. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Varathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Varathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need? I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come. I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across Ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you. I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate, provided there's enough wood, that is. And I did not ask for a promise. I only ask that you consider the task, should you come across the bark in the forest. Yes, the Keeper sent word that you might ask me for such. I took the liberty of assembling some goods that our hunters use. There is a large chest by the Araville, where I put everything we could spare. Feel free to sort through it and take whatever you need. I have nothing left that the clan could spare, but we do have goods that we were going to bring to the Shemlin villages to barter with. I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
On it.
It's too bad you don't have a clan of your own.
An Athara, Grey Warden.
I trust there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrived. We Dalish must protect ourselves from trouble at all times. If you're suggesting we are to blame for our troubles, that view is short-sighted. Our history has been one of persecution, after all. Not that I would expect an outsider to understand, but there you have it. We do what we must. You might have just told me you were a Grey Warden and saved me the grief, though I suppose I can hardly blame your caution. But I suggest you get on with your business. I will be watching you carefully, stranger, Grey Warden or no.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I greet you, stranger. It is good to see another elf, even if you are not one of the wandering clans. I trust my people have not been too harsh in their treatment of you. It is not our intention to insult a Grey Warden. We are simply wrapped up in the plight of our hunters. It is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me. We are banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper. I suppose there's no harm in telling a fellow elf, but surely you have greater concerns than any problem of mine, no? Well, perhaps you could help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Delilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Delilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
And if she was a werewolf, and the elf chased her and then found her, what then? Sweet, blissful reunion?
I don't know. Maybe she would know me as her love, even still?
More likely she would love to eat you.
If I could just know if Delilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace. I understand. I suppose the clan will be moving on soon anyhow.
Good. I have had quite enough of fools assuming we are here to solve their little problems.
I can only hope that if you do come across her, you might consider telling me.
Now is better than later.
We few wanderers greet you, friend. We do not see many of our city brethren here in the woods. Would you help us break our fast? Suit yourself, my friend. I simply thought that after such a long journey, you might be hungry. I am Sarel, the clan's tale-teller. I understand you are venturing into the haunted forest to save our hunters. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not returned. Ah, bravado. How encouraging to see it in our time of need. Our people lie sick and dying, but you boast for our amusement? How thoughtful. Then perhaps I should be silent, and allow an outsider to decide our fate. Creators willing, they have been so kind to our people in the past.
You are being most unkind, Sarel. Would you refuse our hunter's help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlen have taught us.
It is even more difficult when you live amongst them, trust me.
Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire. Then I'll tell you what I know. Our legends say that before the Shemlen came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlen and elves both. So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlen know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves. So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself. The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see. Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here, in slavery? Even the barbarians, who came to overthrow the Imperium, fought and died on this soil. No one knows. When the Shemlen lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlen left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is. It is said that one or two have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you? One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
Hello? That is, I am sorry. I didn't mean to offend you in any way. I'm sorry. I'm not used to dealing with outsiders. Though we do get people like you from time to time. Elves from the city, I mean. I am Cammen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter. Never mind. Just go away and leave me alone.
My mother was DALISH. They are a proud people, those who refused to bow to defeat.
I told you to leave me alone. I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand. Before you All right. I suppose it makes no difference. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gheyna. She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gheyna will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery. You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do. Wooing? I don't understand. No, we've never done anything like that. Never. Of course not. I'm not even bonded yet. I've never kissed anyone, not like that. Such as? But the Keeper said, no, I just can't. What if I encountered a werewolf? I couldn't defeat one of those on my own. I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed. Really? I'm willing to try anything. I could reward you. I have a book of our history written in the common tongue. The Keeper wrote it and gave it to my father before he died. If nothing else, you could sell it. It must be worth something in the human lands. Sirenas, oh ma Sirenas, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
Andaran Atishan, outsider. You spoke to him? What did he say? He hates me? Are you certain? You are too kind. What do you mean? I don't understand. You mean... Oh, that's quite flattering, but... Just the two of us, you mean. You are not alone. Well, I suppose there's no harm in it. We could talk in one of the Aravels. I can't believe I just did that! How can I live with myself?
So, have you spoken to Gheyna? What? But she was to be my wife. You don't even care for her. You've ruined my life.
You need something?
What is that smell? Must we muck about in the animal pens now?
who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Halla, I did not hear your approach. They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel, what humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides. That is exactly what they are, in fact. We ride the Halla, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Halla who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Halla and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude. I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal, and it may prove contagious to the other Halla as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery, for her sake as well as that of the others. I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful. Your techniques are strange to me. Can you tell anything? Ah, it is as I thought then. Then there is no point in delaying the inevitable. Let us make an end to it. Lonely Halla, lost in the rain. See the lights, how they shine in the sky. Let them guide your way home. Dara Shiral, my dearest friend, farewell. It is customary for the herder to take the antlers of a fallen Halla. I give them to you, friend. Bring them to Master Varathorn and he will make you a gift from them. A keepsake to remember our fallen by. Masiranas for the kindness you have shown today.
What do you wish? Ah, so the Halla is dead at last, is she? I told Elora it was better to end it sooner than later. But the Halla are her province, poor girl. Our tradition dictates that we honor our fallen friends by reshaping their horns into keepsakes. Come, apprentice. Let us begin. And we are done. The apprentice did an excellent job, I think. Treasure it, for it is the last gift the Halla can bequeath. What do you wish? I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Varathorn can help you. Please do not lie to me. I find it most unbecoming. You have betrayed the trust of my clan, and no doubt stolen from us. Zathrian shall hear of this, I assure you. I cannot believe you took the time to befriend me. You were just lulling my suspicions, weren't you? I suppose I should not be surprised. Zathrian was right. I'm too trusting of outsiders. Go, do what you said you would, and bother me no more.